Hopefully this is working. Thanks, this Nets. What a fiasco. And I still got a major lag on this computer. And an echo. Alright. Why am I muted? Ah. Can you guys hear me? He said, well, Sis Rose, can you hear me? Sis Nets? Unbelievable. Let's see what happens on this one. I don't know if it's going to work. Thank you for coming in, Alona. Maybe I will be able to hear it now. What a delay. What a delay. Addison Russell, thank you for showing up. This is the first, and I'm trying to work everything out. Addison Russell, thank you for showing up. This is the first, and I'm trying to work everything out. Somehow I still got an echo in here. And I don't know where it's coming from. Where it's coming from. Maybe this will work out a little bit better. This is like, no. Oh. So you're telling me there's no delay? You're telling me there's no delay? Well, that one gets shut off. Mona girl. Oh, you're asking for a miracle, Net. Um, Give me 1 second here. Oh, this is unbelievable. Picked the wrong night to start this. Yep. Whoops. Okay, now that I know how that works. Oh, what the heck. Well, Nets, if you can walk me through it, I'd be happy to give you a moderator. And maybe this live would go a whole lot better. But as things may have it. It's not going to work out like that. So, where Oh, I'm just going to keep pushing buttons till I can figure this out. And everybody can have a good laugh. Hey, Big Matt, how you doing? Don't mind me, I'm just over here pushing buttons trying to figure this out. Now it's only taking me 10 minutes to figure that out. Let's see what else I can mess up now. Uh, the link is there, so if somebody just wants to try and come up, it may take me a couple minutes, but I'll try and figure it out. Come on, Big Matt, you can walk me through this.
Oh, yay! Finally. How
Oh
is
my
it, sir? And now you need to learn to give us moderator, then we can drop our link. You have a lot of visitors already actually just now.
oh,
Alona Duhu, everyone is there already.
I
But
know,
the
but
lot of just don't have moderator.
first time using this. I ain't never used this. Never knew how to do this. So now, how do I give a moderator?
Yeah. You just touch our name and get add moderator. I'm cooking lunch also.
To what?
Just want to help you. We're cooking lunch. It's lunchtime.
First time fishing. Do
Yay.
me a favor, click on that link
Because just now
above
you have a
me.
lot of people already. I think he's eating dinner. I think. Oh my goodness. Hello, Naduho. Bigyan na shout out. Addison Russell. We have Big Mat.
You and Big Matt's, I bet you Big Matt's having the life of the party now. Just sitting back laughing at me. But that's alright.
Next time you know already lah.
I heard all you guys laughing at me. Where is Cisnet? Tell me how to make a moderator. And then she mutes. Now let's see what other buttons I got to push besides my own. No, not that one. Uh, First time fishing adventures. Can you please click the link, sir? Or I'll just sit here and push buttons all night long and mess everything up. Because I can't figure out how to give anybody a moderator. And truthfully, I don't know where it's at. Oh, that'll be next. That will be next. I will be kicking myself out. I only got a few more buttons to push, and I see that one's one of them. Setting stop. Where is that at? Oh, don't want to do that. Now there's only two people in here now, so I don't know what's what. One person, me, everybody left. Nice. So, where is the moderator? Not under edit. Let's see how bad I can do with that. Automatically. Yeah, but YouTube side and see if I can find it here, which I don't think I can find it. Unbelievable. Let's type in the chat once, please. Yeah, that's funny. Oh, Big Matt, if the thing would ever catch up. How you like me now, huh? That's a trash panda. Yeah, moderator's not on the StreamYard side, it's on the YouTube side. Because I pushed all the buttons on StreamYard to try and find it, and there ain't one. So I had to come back to the YouTube side, and then lo and behold, there it is. Anytime, first time fishing, and now that he's in here, come on, cooperate. And Big Matt's got one also. Uh, that's funny. Well, I hope you all enjoyed this humorous setting and had a good laugh because I'm still laughing about it because I was ready to throw my laptop out the window. I was getting that aggravated with it. This net, it's been dropping from 720 to 715, 716 all day today. And I'm not going to worry about it. It is what it is. If they want to come and subscribe, they'll subscribe. If not, oh well. I'll support them, and if they don't want to support me, they can not support it. That's their choice. I'm not going to worry about it. If I get to that point to where I can be, thank you for coming in to ATVs. And that is a good guy right there. So I hope everything is going well with everybody and they're having a good laugh at my expense. It is a learning curve for me. I am not computer literate. I am not politically correct. And I think these two things run hand in hand, so something's going to give somewhere along the line. So what other stuff is in here? Where's this Rose at? Guess she never showed up. No. And there was one other person that did not show up that I am waiting for. Might help if my computer would just stay up with the chat. That would be nice. But the problem is switching back and forth. I don't know if it'll still do it. Oh yeah, it does. That's neat. The link is there if you want to come up. But let me switch back. Oh, sorry about that. Did not see you there. Now to try and figure out how to get you up. Yeah, there you go. How you doing tonight? Am I muted? What is going on here? Yeah, I can't even hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yep,
Okay.
that was on your end.
Yeah, I had my headset in for us listening. But
Gotcha.
how's everything going with you?
Oh, been a learning experience tonight.
Yeah, I kind of seen that. It didn't notify me that you did put anything up, but um,
Well, I kind of got talked into it and I was gullible, so I said, yeah, I'll try it.
yeah.
So,
Well, I mean, I'll try to talk you through as much as I can.
well, I done
Because
pushed as many buttons as I can push. So, the one thing I had a problem with was trying to figure out how to give people moderators.
yeah,
Well, I was in StreamYard side and there wasn't nothing in there, so I had to jump back on the YouTube side, and that's where it was on the
yeah.
YouTube
That's
side.
yeah. You got to go. A lot of that stuff. A lot of it. Most of it controlled from here, but going to the go making moderators and stuff like that uh uh can be how to be done on the YouTube side.
Right.
But uh I see you figured out how to send out a link. So
No.
well you
I got
you
lucky
know
with that one. Believe me, I got lucky.
well I mean but if you go over to the little boxes right below where we're talking here.
Right.
If you go over to the second one, that'll make us elongated instead of up and down, and that's the way most people use the. There you go.
Okay.
That's the way most people usually have the thing set up. So,
Yeah, I think
um,
my computer's running slow.
well, it's not so much that your computer's running slow. There's a lag time between the time that it's got to go through StreamYard and then picked up by YouTube. So that's where. So there's usually about a
Oh,
10 to 20 second delay
I got
because it takes it to go from one to the other. You
Yeah,
know.
this
So,
is about almost 30 seconds.
yeah,
And this,
that is normal. So
this is the one you're talking about right here?
yeah, yeah,
I got you.
yeah. That's I mean it's normal. So what do you? I mean, so that's you should have basically you got most of the basics down now. You got
Yeah, I I had to chat with First Time Fishing Adventures to have him explain some of this to me so I could at least have some idea of what I was doing.
yeah.
He was
I
kind
have
enough to walk me through it, so
yeah. I usually go on Friday night, so you know that. And uh, but that's all I've been doing lately is live streams because I don't know I've had some health issues and stuff, so I ain't got out and filmed anything, videoed anything lately. So
yeah. Are you getting better or is things just kind of staying the same?
they're getting a little bit better. They finally got me on some better medicine now. So,
Well, that's good.
but
Hate to see a good guy get kicked down.
yeah, well, it's kind of some of that stuff. I mean, uh, I had my go. I went up to Carlisle, Pennsylvania the other week to the Mopar Nationals,
Right.
and I was gonna film some of them cars and all that stuff up there, but I got up there and I videoed. I thought I was videoing, but my daggum SD card screwed up, so so I didn't even get in. I thought I was gonna have a lot of good footage from that, but oh well, things happen when he's dealing with cameras and all that stuff. So and yeah, first
Yeah,
time.
I know how all that stuff works, especially with the
Well,
cameras, because I had bought a new GoPro and I took it on that first fishing trip with me, and that son of a gun, I charged the battery. It took me 2 days to charge the batteries for it. Each battery lasted me maybe 8 minutes.
8 minutes.
I
I
was
mean,
like, what is this? So I wrote them and told them, I was like, you know what? I'll never buy another one of your pieces of equipment again.
yeah,
It's That's retarded. The last 8 minutes, you can't do hardly anything in 8 minutes.
no. Well, mine will usually last somewhere between 30 to 45 minutes. It all depends. I guess was you trying to do it all in 4K or
No, I had it in 1080.
wow. You should have get almost an hour out of it in 1080.
Right. So the batteries lasted me 10 minutes apiece. I couldn't film hardly anything. On a couple of my clips there, I had to piece some of the film into it. But I just took out my DSLR and I used my camera the whole time.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's, but being around water, you don't want to put the high priced DSLR out there near the water and all that stuff to get screwed
Well,
up.
like any of my equipment, a lot of this, that GoPro was the first thing I bought new in, believe me, quite some time.
Yeah.
I mean, all my electronics are every bit of 10 to 15 years old and they still work.
Yeah.
And that was the first brand new updated piece of equipment I wanted to start using and learn how to use it. And that was disappointing.
Yeah. Well, how are you trying to charge it into camera itself or
No, they sent a charger port with it. So I don't have to leave it in the camera. I can put it on this little charging station and charge both batteries at one time.
okay. Is it what 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 GoPro is it? 8, 9, or 10, or which
10.
one? 10?
Yeah, the Hero 10.
Wow. If they're that bad, I mean, mine's an 8, but
I would stick with the 7 or the 8.
yeah,
Do not, don't. My experience with the 10, it says it's voice activated. I was yelling at this thing and it would not activate.
yeah, there's a lot of stuff. If you go on and look and watch a couple of videos on YouTube, they'll tell you a lot of settings that you need to cut off on that camera.
I I did that.
Wow. And it's still doing all that.
Yeah. So I'm
I
waiting
mean,
for a response back from them to see what they say about it. If not, I'll just tell them, look, send me a 7 or an 8 and I'll send you this 10 back and we'll both be happy.
yeah. I mean, I have 4 batteries for mine, so I think as long as I don't continuously run it, I can run it I can take a video I want. I got plenty of video, but
Yeah.
I mean, but that doggone 8 minutes would be a daggone killer for me. I mean, I couldn't. It just all it would do is tick me off.
Yep. Yep.
But
So
the cameras these days, though, I mean, the way cell phones are right now, you
yeah,
get better. You can get better video and stuff like that out of your cell phone now than you can for actual cameras. So
Right. Well, that last fishing trip that I took, I didn't bother placing any of the pictures online yet. But I'm getting ready to go back up there again in 3 weeks. So I went on Amazon and I ordered 2 camcorders that I'm gonna mount up in the fishing pole holders, and
mhm.
they're remote controlled, so I can flip the screen forward so I can see if they're on or not, and what they're actually filming.
That's cool. I mean,
So hopefully I'll have camera 1 and camera 2. That way I've always got one camera somewhere that will catch whatever I want to film.
yeah, yeah. As uh, but where are you at again? There, Chasing Tail.
I'm out of Wisconsin, but I'm right next to the Minnesota borderline.
Oh, okay.
It
Yeah,
takes me maybe 45 minutes to get to the Minnesota line.
okay.
And then where we go fishing is Isle Royal, and that's a 3.5 hour ride.
Okay, cool.
We
Yeah,
we trailer the boats up to Grand Portage, put in there, and then we float float across for probably about 35 to 45 minutes to hit Isle Royal.
cool. Hello, Dave.
Hey Dave, thanks for coming in.
Yeah, and I mean, I drove a truck for 20 years, and and one of the companies I was leased to was out of Eagan, Minnesota. So I know that area pretty well. So
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
one company I drove for was out of Wisconsin, and the other one was out of Eagan, Minnesota. But I was uh I'm down in Virginia, so
Got
now I was born and raised in South Carolina, but now I'm living in Virginia in the mountains.
Yeah, I was born and raised just outside of Duluth, Minnesota.
Oh, okay.
So went in the military, spent my time there, and got out and couldn't find nothing to do up here, so I went to Florida for 33 years. Got
Yeah,
tired of the weather down there and came back, what, 4 years ago, 5 years ago.
and now you're still a glutton for punishment. You
Oh
didn't try
yeah,
to
I go from one
you,
extreme to the next. So
you
hey,
didn't you didn't you didn't try to find a happy medium. You went from one extreme to the
there ain't no happy medium.
other. I don't believe there is either. But
I mean, you stay in the center of the states. Look at what they're getting hit with now. All that heat.
yeah,
Yeah. No, that's not me. If I wanted that, I'd go back to Florida.
yeah. Well, I mean, it's been in the it's hitting the 90s a couple times this year, but it's not so bad living down here in the mountains of Virginia. So
Oh yeah, you got the mountains to block a lot of that too.
yeah,
I mean, the hottest we've gotten up here so far has been what, 85, 87.
yeah. And but I was in Green Bay one year, 4th of July. I had to spend a week, the whole weekend in Green Bay, and doggone if I got cold. The doggone temperatures would drop down in the 40s at night
Yeah, yeah.
in July 4th. I mean,
Yeah, that's the way it was up here this year. It dropped down into the 51, 52, and tonight it's supposed to be in the mid 50s. I walk around at night and open up all the windows.
yeah. Well, I mean, I mean, ever since I mean, I'm second generation. My father was a truck driver, and we'd leave Fort Lauderdale or Miami, And then 2 days later, we're sitting in Boston, Massachusetts, and running the East Coast, and that was always the tough part, especially in the wintertime. You'd leave
Yep.
85 degrees down in Florida, and then it'd be minus 10 or 20 degrees when you got to Boston or had to go up to Maine or something.
Yeah, that's a hard way of seeing the countryside, though.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, you get paid to do it, but you're sometimes you're set on a time schedule. So
Yeah, that was the problem. Most all the time it was on a time schedule. So I didn't get, let's say it this way. I seen the interstates
yeah,
up and down the East Coast.
not the inner landings, just the interstates.
There's, I've seen a good bit of stuff getting off the interstate to go deliver and stuff, but mostly it was, most traveling was on the interstates and all that stuff. So,
Yeah,
but well, thank you for sharing it out there, Dave. And Net's blog and one well, one fishing or something
first
else.
first time fishing
First time
adventure.
fishing.
Right.
Got both of them. So
Yeah, they're
I will check your channels out just soon as I get off of here.
you got Net's blog 21, which is a real good supporter and a helper. She helped me along. And first time fishing is a real good guy. He's out of I don't want to say the wrong state, but he's down south. And then you have Outdoors with Big Matt. He's another good one. He's out of Texas.
Yeah. Alrighty. Well, these are. But I walked outside the other morning right at daylight. I got a little, what looks like an 8-point sitting out of me, staying around here now. But he's got he's still got the furry
Yeah, he's got the velvet on his horn.
velvet horns right now. So,
Yeah.
but I mean, he's not that big of a deer. So hopefully that people around here will leave him alone this year.
I doubt it.
Next year he will be a monster. But
Yeah.
he's pretty much just maybe a yearling or 2 years or something or other. He's not that big yet. But
I've noticed this year that there is a ton of fawns.
yeah.
I mean, a whole lot more than I've seen in the past 4 years up here.
Well, we got one doe that she produces twins every year. I mean, it's I don't know how she has twins, but I mean they basically stay right here in my yard. I mean,
Yeah, if you don't hunt your property, they'll stay there, and that'll be like a safe zone for them.
yeah,
So during hunting season, they'll hide on your property.
yeah. I mean the only real trouble they get. I mean, if they go across the road over in the neighbor's yard over there, they hunt it. They got several people hunts it. So,
Yeah,
but if they stay on this side of the road, they're pretty safe. But
until
uh,
you get hungry.
yeah, till I get hungry. Hey, and it's been a long time since I actually been hunting, but I tell you what, the doggone price of meat keeps going up in the grocery store. I ain't gonna
Yeah,
have no too much choice.
yeah. I've got an infestation on my property of beavers, and I've been trapping the heck out of them, knocking their dams down, opening up the river, and it's like I'll go 2 weeks, and then lo and behold, there's a whole new group in there.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the only thing about them doggone beavers.
Tell you
Dave,
what,
I'm in Virginia, in the mountains of in the mountains of Virginia is where I'm at.
right
And you said you was in West Minnesota,
on
so
the
that's
borderline of it, yeah.
okay. So that's David asked where we were at. So, uh, but yeah, I mean, I like to keep my little. I got it. Like I said, I got a dear family lives right here. So I mean, the sad part about it is when you got them where you got them where they almost come right up to you, then they almost become pets. I mean,
Yeah, yes and no. The fawns will come up to you.
yeah,
The does will keep their distance, and the bucks, if they're in a clearing, the bucks will hang back about 10, 15 yards in the tree line.
yeah,
They won't come out.
yeah. Even the does though. I mean, I walked out on the porch the other morning and standing right down below me there was a doe standing right there. But like I said, they've always they've seen us around, so they don't unless we tell them to get out of here or something or other. They don't run off. They just stand there and look at you. But
Right.
as long as you don't make any sudden moves or anything, they'll stay right there. But yeah, the buck he was right along the tree line, but I mean, but I hadn't even seen a buck up here in a while. But
Well,
but
he sees you.
yeah, yeah, that was the first. And I mean, if if they just leave that, if they leave that buck alone here for let him get by this year, and then next year he will be a monster buck. But
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't hunt my property last year, but think this year I'm gonna have to. I got an empty freezer that I've been rearranging and sorting out, so
mm,
that'll come into the house and I'll have to fill that up.
yeah, actually got to get a uh, another freezer. I mean, I don't really have very much freezer capacity, so but I got
Oh,
so I need to go buy me a chest freezer, but
yeah, like anything now, those prices went up too.
yeah,
I'm still
every,
waiting for the wood prices to come down more.
I got I got several boards on my porch that I need to replace, but the doggone lumber's so doggone high.
Yeah,
I don't know whether to if it was low enough, I'd replace all the boards at one time. But it looks like I'm gonna have to replace the 3 or 4 boards at a time, I guess, because they have gotten the lumber prices have gotten so crazy. I mean,
yeah, everything has this year. Gas starts coming down and everything else just holds its own.
yeah, but they're setting us up for failure with the way they brought the gas prices down. I mean, if you think about it, that's our federal that's the reserves. I mean, if some countries decided to attack this country, we won't have with the reserves empty. You won't have no
Yeah.
won't be able to get no gas. So
Well, the reserves aren't empty. I'll tell you that much.
no, I'm in the western part of Virginia. Not what I'm probably 40 miles from West Virginia line. So
Well,
I'm
still West Virginia area.
yeah, still in that all this area here. Yes.
Yeah. I was up in in through there, Tennessee, Georgia, just after I graduated. I worked for a company on the rail grinding crew,
Cool. You probably
Laram,
gonna
Laram Maintenance Away, and we went all up through the mountains.
you probably was right around this area then, because I mean, right down at the bottom of the mountain here, we got a where we usually ride our four wheelers at and all that stuff. If you look, there's an old railroad track down there. They keep it humming all day and night, just about it, because
Yep.
it's
Yeah, that was a brutal awakening.
yeah,
Rail grinding crew. Dude, I
yeah.
ain't never worked so hard in all my life.
They have this has got a big sweeping curve. It's got a kind of a sweeping, but it's kind of tight sweeping curve. So when that train comes off of the other mountain over there, you can hear them sit there and lock the brakes up coming down through there now.
Yep.
And so they have to replace they have to go in there and replace the rails about every 2 to 3 years because of that curve through there. So,
Yep.
but
They'll go
this
through there and regrind it, and then they'll inspect all those big ties that are underneath there.
yeah, and but they they got a big car though. This a big thing that sets the rails in place because they end up having to tear our. We got one little private crossing down there that we go across, and to get down to the river, there's a creek down there, and the uh and when they had to tear it out about every 2 or 3 years, and then it takes forever for them to put the crossing back in. So, and that's really the only way we can get over to stay on that man's land, is go
Right.
across that little private crossing. And our neighbors, and so I mean, and people don't realize the power of rushing water neither. I mean,
No.
this is just a little old creek, but every year it floods out down there, and the creek changes its location. I mean, I imagine that doggone creek's done moved about 30 foot towards up this way this time from where it was last year. So
Right.
and I mean, most of the time it's just a little small trickle, but that's kind of the town's water supply and all that stuff. So decide, they don't like us riding over. He owns land on both sides all the way up past up past where the pumps is for the town. Pumping the water out, and they don't like us doing it much crossings up there. Crossing the creek down there on the upper side of the pump. So, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do. I mean,
Right.
but I try not to film that part where we're going where they can see
Yeah.
the pump house and all that stuff.
Probably the best thing.
Yeah, I
Somebody will
mean,
catch it on a video and say, "Oh, I know right where they're at."
yeah,
I don't really care. I'll film my place all day long. My door's always open, so
yeah, we got. Uh, I mean, it's a beautiful place, but you can only fit, you know, he's got about 100 acres down there, and you can only film it in different directions
Yeah.
so many times before everybody got tired of watching my videos. So, as far as riding them down there, so and then me and the wife, we kind of got, we ain't really, this whole year we haven't rode them much. So
Yeah, after you fix the wife's four-wheeler, and then you guys just kind of couch potatoed it.
yeah, that's kind of what happened. I mean, it's
Well, that's when everything else started too. So
yeah, that was when
that's
my
yeah, kind of understandable at that point.
yeah, and the doctor tells me not to be out in the sun so much, you know, with this
Right.
medicine he's got me on and all that stuff. So,
Oh,
but
good. Hope you get better.
yeah, I'm doing my best to,
Yeah.
and I got I bought a 16-foot enclosed trailer. I want to build me a like a toy hauler out of.
Right.
I mean, over in over in West Virginia and down further south in Virginia, they got, they got big trail systems. So I mean, and I want to get down there and see to try some of them. But like I said, since I've been since I got down a little while, I'm trying to build myself back up so I can go fix that trailer and
Well,
then get out and ride.
that's good. Good.
Yeah, yeah.
How's the wife been doing?
She's she's been having problems with some kind of knot on the bottom of her foot, and
Oh,
she had it cut out last year,
wasn't a
and
bone spur, was it?
no, it's not a bone spur. It's I forgot what they call it, but but it keeps growing back, so she's
Oh,
out there gonna have to do surgery again. So that's just, but
well, when she
that's
comes in there, tell her I said hi.
all right.
She probably won't remember me, but
Yeah, she probably will. Yeah, well, but like I said, I was just about to cut the computer off when I seen you. I I I, I seen you had actually started back up again after I had sent you a message on the other one
yeah,
before
I
me.
got the message and I had like four things going on at one time, and I was like, my temper was just starting to fume.
Yeah, you just basically, the way I do it. If I want to watch on the YouTube side, I got to have the window the window for YouTube open, but then I mute the YouTube side, and
That's
that way,
what I did now.
and just you can flip back and forth between the two windows, and that and that way you can see how it looks, and how it's going on the YouTube side, and you can look back and see what's going on here. So I
Right.
mean, but like I said, it's just it'll
It's
take a
a
little get
fiasco.
it'll take a little bit getting used to, but you're doing fine. But just remember, there will be a little bit of lag, so
Yeah.
that's something you can't get out. So
After working all day, I'm high paced, and then I come on this, and it's like, all right, you just got to calm down. I tell you what, my the bedroom window was open. I was ready to fold this laptop in half and right through the screen. It wouldn't have been the first laptop I've done that to, but this
Mhm.
one was so close. And I was like, what is going on? I click on something, it wouldn't respond. I wait a couple minutes. I go click on something else. That would pop up right away. And then all of a sudden, what I clicked on 10 minutes ago would pop up. I'm
Yeah.
like, really?
Yeah, like I said, there's a lag time, and until you get used to it, I would just leave it. Just watch one or the other windows, and I mean, the the most of the time, if somebody makes a comment in the side, you can see the comment just as quick on the YouTube side as the other. But what we're actually talking about, we're probably 30 seconds or so behind. I have
Right.
seen it as much as a minute behind. So
Yeah, that kills me though.
yeah, but it'll
You know what that almost reminds me of is watching the old martial arts movies with the
yeah,
dub voices in
yeah,
them. You
yeah,
see them talk, and then about 30, 40 seconds later, you hear a voice.
yeah. Well, that's kind of what it is like. But I mean, it used to be a lot different when we had Google Hangouts. For the most part, since it was Google going to YouTube, you know, they're both owned by the same people, so the
Right.
lag wasn't quite as bad and stuff. But now that you got to go through Stream, they quit doing the Google Hangouts, so you have to go through either StreamYard or I forgot what the other one's called, but I mean
Yeah, there's
I'm
so
more
many out there now.
yeah I'm just but right I mean StreamYard is trying to start. It looks like they're trying to do more, to come get better at what they're doing, but I mean, Zoom was set up more for like classrooms and stuff like that,
Right,
especially
for meetings,
yeah,
face to
and
face meetings.
yeah, and I mean, 20 hours a week, 20 hours a month free. So I mean, if you get if you start getting bigger and need more than 6 people up here, then I mean, I I got in when it had a special deal, and
Right.
so but so it's it's worked out pretty it works out pretty decent, but
Yeah.
it's not the best in the world, but
Not better than nothing.
yeah,
Although I was contemplating that about an hour ago.
yeah, and but the first time that we tried it out, it took us a little while to understand what was going on too. So,
Well, the first time I got into it, I was on YouTube, and then
hmm
my computer started buffering. Well, I
yeah,
couldn't shut it down. It just
yeah,
kept going. Well, I'm already on two other sites trying to get StreamYard running and figure that out. And I was like, what the heck is going on YouTube side? It's still running.
you can
And
you
then
can use
finally it aired out
yeah,
and it shut
you
everything down.
usually you can the live part on YouTube. You can go live on YouTube, but that's something like if you was, but you can't have anybody on the panel. So that's
That's
ARC,
why everybody uses StreamYard.
yeah, you can't have anybody on panel. I mean, so everybody has to go through StreamYard to do this. I mean, to get to where you can watch, where you have people up here to talk to and stuff like that.
Right.
But if you was just out in the yard walking around talking to put up a video or something, you can go live that way.
Yeah, go on
Or you can go
YouTube and
through
just
go
read it
through
out
you
of the chat.
yeah, just go through YouTube and
Yeah.
stuff. But
I got
I
you.
mean, but I mean, that's it. It does pretty good once you get used to it. It ain't that bad. But
Yeah.
um, I mean, I couldn't leave all that in one comment a while ago. But that's why I was just I figured I figured if nothing else, I would help you if I seen you back in one of my live streams. I'd at least try to explain how StreamYard works and stuff like
Yeah.
that. And I mean, me and you talking together, there is no lag. But
No. No.
from what we're saying, there is about a 30-second lag before it gets to YouTube side. So I mean, that's but the chat itself, it pretty much stays kind of in line with what's going on both sides of it. So
Right. Luckily, I had a good friend that I met a while back, and I was able to message him, and I called him, and he walked me through StreamYard,
yeah,
which was it was either a hit or miss. So,
yeah.
but I'm sure at the beginning everybody was laughing and had a good chuckle on my expense, which I don't care.
No, I was.
You know?
I said, well, if I sat there and watched the whole 4 minutes and something of yours a while ago, and I said, well, if I could if I had a way of getting in touch with him, I could explain something. But I don't really other than messaging you right through here. So,
Right.
uh, but that was basically the only way I had to message you. So,
Oh, that's fine.
but well, I hate to do it, but maybe you can put the link down again. Maybe somebody else will jump in here. But
Oh,
it's
oh,
going
I
on
understand.
12:41 here. So,
Yeah, it's
um,
11:41, almost midnight.
yeah. So you have a good one, and I will
You too.
try to keep catching you whenever you try to do one. So
Yeah,
everybody have a
I'll catch you Friday night.
all right. Everybody have a good night, and hope to see all of you later.
You too. So if there's anybody else that would like to come up, Dave, Nets, RCA, there's only 3 of you left. Otherwise, I think I'm gonna shut it down in about 3 minutes and call it a night. Because I know it's late for you guys too.
Oh, Chase and Tail, I meant to tell you there's a button up at the very top up there. I think it says end broadcast or whatever.
Yeah, on the
Don't
StreamYard side.
Yeah, on the StreamYard side, don't forget to hit that before you close out that window because it'll run all night long until you remember to cut that thing off. So to log out, and I had just happened to think about it the time I left, so I jumped
Yeah.
back in here to let you know that. So
Well, good thing I was on StreamYard side.
yeah,
Otherwise, I would have never seen it.
yeah, I was gonna call, but if you got, I was just gonna remind you where it says to hit it to make sure you hit in broadcast or in whatever up there, and that'll take the StreamYard side down, or you'll be running it, or you might get somebody in the side chat over there to start talking up a storm and have better numbers that way. I don't know, but like I said, I forgot to cut it off one night. And somebody messaged me and said, "Hey, you're still live." I said, "Uh-oh." But
Yeah, I
good
just
night.
got to figure out how to shut down the YouTube side of it.
Well, for the YouTube side, once you turn this off, it automatically shuts off on that side. So
Oh, it will. Good.
yeah, I mean, even after you end the broadcast, if you got somebody on the panel that you wanted to talk to privately or whatever,
Right.
you can just stay online whenever you hit that go offline button or whatever it is up there. You and that person can stay here and keep talking. While it just won't count toward YouTube. It'll be off of YouTube. So
Right. Right.
all right, good night again.
All right. Good
I
night.
thought
Thank you.
I thought I'd remind you of that, so you didn't run out. Use your 20 hours up and not even be tried. So
Well, no, when I signed on, it gave me 6 days free. It didn't give me no hours. It said
oh, it
6 days. That was it.
well, it used to be 20 hours. So I mean, and like I said, I pay for mine, so I don't know how they got it set up now, but it used to be up to 20 hours
Yeah.
free. So
Mine
all right,
said 6 days, so I got to take advantage of it while I can, and then I'll probably end up buying into it.
yeah, all right then. I'll talk with you later.
All right. Good night.
Good night.
Well, I think I'm going to call it a night, people. Thank you all for coming in. Thank you all for staying and supporting me. Why, in the beginning was hectic and monotonous, and got everything figured out with some good friends. So everybody take care. Good night. Be safe.